Hey, what's up, 10th grade? It's Miss Mac again. Happy Tuesday. I wanted to post another announcement for the week since we're all getting back from spring break. Hope you guys had a nice time. You can see Millie back here. So if she pops her head out, that's what's back there moving. First of all, thank you guys, everyone who already checked in and did your survey yesterday. Those are super, super, super helpful for me. So if you haven't done it yet, please take a second, fill it out. The link's on Google Classroom. And I've looked at those and I'll answer a few of those questions and try to make a couple of those adjustments. So bear with me because I made a list for today. So I'm glad Google Classroom's working for the majority of you. That's what I will continue to predominantly use. Again, hi, Millie. So disruptive. Hi, baby. Anyway, I'm waiting for her to walk across my keyboard and shut this down. So sorry if that happens. Anyway, but again, so things like YouTube and Instagram are just extra if you want another way to connect, but Google Classroom is still like the main thing. So hopefully that will continue to work for everybody. I'm also glad that it seems like for most people, the weekly schedule where I assign like the agenda on Monday and there's like some tasks each day that you can go at your own pace. And then usually some things due on Friday. For most people, that seems to be going okay. For me as an English teacher, that makes the most sense to do it that way because people write differently, and research at different paces. And as far as doing classes live, a couple of you asked about that. For me, I'm just not as comfortable doing that. I like to film it and have you guys watch it whenever you want. And especially for English, I feel like it's beneficial to me. But again, I do have the optional office hours that I'm going to have based on your surveys Tuesday and Thursday from 2 to 3 p.m. So every Tuesday and Thursday, if you have any questions, you can check in with me. And I'll also actually do one Monday from like 9:30 to 10 because I have a department meeting early on Monday. So I'm up anyway. And maybe you are, for those of you, because some of you are right on it on Monday and you're like checking in with me right away. So if you are like, man, Miss Mac, I have some questions right on Monday morning, then you can check in with me that time as well. And anytime 9 to 10 a.m. is what's slated for the English live class time. And since I'm not doing that time or doing a live class then, if you ever need to get in touch with me, feel free. We can always meet then as well. Or if you are just having trouble picking a time to work each day, which I know is what I struggle with, and a lot of you said that you struggle with just like making sure and setting aside the time to do your work, use the class schedule. Do it from 9 to 10 if that works for you. For me, like my brain doesn't wake up till a little bit later, which is why I'm doing this video now. But if you're someone who is disciplined and wants to work on that, then I would say 9 to 10 is English time. Do your English work then. If you get done early, awesome. Take a break, go to another class. But that's always a time between 9 and 10 that you can reach out to me too, and I can be available. But otherwise, Tuesdays and Thursdays from 2 to 3, and then a quick one Monday from 9:30 to 10, which was my previous office hour. So, but let me know anytime. We can always set up like a one-on-one conference or anything else if you need it. Okay, what else? So yeah, surveys and responses look good. Oh, the word of the weeks. Thank you. Someone told me I had a typo on there. Thank you. I fixed it. For those of you who follow me on Instagram, I'm bored at home, so I would like to play along. I find these words all the time when I'm watching stuff. So all the ones I'm posting on my Instagram are just like me playing along. I'm not posting them for you guys to write down. If you wrote a couple down or you also saw that word, like not the end of the world. I didn't make that clear. But just like I like to post them to show that I'm also looking for these words, that I also find these words, that I don't just randomly assign them to you. So if you're following me on Instagram, those are just kind of like my shout outs. If you ever find a good word of the week that you want me to share with people or give you a shout out on Instagram, I'm happy to. Why not? But yeah, just so those are my words. You get to see some of the shows Miss Mac watches. Keep in mind, I'm not necessarily recommending you watch those shows. Some of them are inappropriate for your age level. So it's just what I watch as a grown up. All right, what else? So my last thing for today is I'm also going to do like a daily contact challenge to just get in touch even more. I'm doing it more for my 8th grade, and they're going to hopefully check in twice a week with me, but I'm going to offer it to you guys as well because some of you have the time or you're missing that connection. So many of you were like, oh, I miss being in a classroom. I miss seeing people. Like, yeah, I can do the schoolwork, but it's really hard just not having that energy to feed off of. And I totally get that. So every day I'll post like a question or a challenge, and I'll post it on Google Classroom. I'll post it on Instagram. And my push for you guys is once a week, one time a week, you respond and you post something on your own. So like today's is going to be a baby picture. So if you look at Google Classroom here or on my Instagram, you'll see a baby picture of Miss Mac. So if you were like, oh yeah, I've got some great baby pictures that I totally want to show her, then you could throw one up on Instagram and tag me. And if you feel cool, I'll like retag or whatever it is, put you in my story. I don't know the words. I'm old. Or like on Google Classroom, you can post your picture. If you're not sure how to post a picture or a video on Google Classroom, I'll attach that. I've also downloaded the apps on my phone. So I have like the Google Drive app, I have the Google Classroom app on my phone, and it makes it so easy because you can just upload it right from there. And I will make them public. So keep in mind that if you are going to post like a baby picture or whatever that day's challenge happens to be, then other people can see it. I'm also going to turn on comments so that maybe you don't feel like posting that day, but maybe your contact is to comment on someone else's or to like someone else's post or whatever. That's cool too. Just like making sure we don't lose our connection to one another. So again, feel free to upload, just keep it appropriate. We're not saying mean things to each other. Let's keep it positive. So I don't have to mute you on Google Classroom. So far, you guys have been very appropriate. I love it. And again, my push for you is to do this once a week. It's credit, no credit. So if you do it, cool. Those are like 5 easy points for you or whatever. And if you don't do it, it doesn't hurt you. So, and if you feel like doing more and you're being really active, maybe I'll throw a little extra credit. Who knows? So hopefully that's just another thing you can do if you want. Keep in touch, see what Miss Mac's up to, learn a little bit more about me. So I hope to see you guys all on the Insta and on Google Classroom sharing your stuff. And the last thing, grading in general, I've been pretty lenient. I can't speak for all your teachers. My goal is to not have any of your grades go down. You know what I mean? Like that does not seem fair to me. So I've been very lenient, just really kind of giving credit, no credit so far, especially those 2 weeks before spring break. I'm going to be pretty lenient. The research paper, like I will grade it. Oh, also going to grade those response to lits. I'm about halfway done. They're fine. I'll be pretty nice. So again, if you're really worried about your grade, I'm going to say that like no one can go lower than where you are now. No. And hopefully everyone will increase. Like you can see the week before spring break, I gave like a lot of classwork points for just doing like the do now. So there's no late work penalties. Feel free to go back and do any work you need to. And let me know if there's anything I can do to help. I miss you guys a lot. So again, do your survey if you haven't done so already. Make sure you turn in your podcast log for last week. Your one next week's a little bit different, so make sure you review that. Do your contact for the week on Insta, on Google Classroom, whatever you feel. And always feel free to get in touch. I'm here. Millie's here to help. If I don't know the answer to your question, I will try to find that out. But I'm pretty proud of you guys. You've been doing really well, hanging in there. Your reflections are very self-aware, very mature, very empathetic, even though you're all in a really tough situation. So I know like I'm really proud of you guys because a lot of you I can tell are just like feeling really unmotivated or just feeling really stressed and anxious. And I totally get it, but you're still able to understand that it's okay that you feel this way because there's a lot going on, especially when I know it's like some of you guys have had you for 2 years and I won't be able to see you through May, which makes me sad. But hopefully we can still do our podcast project in May, and that way we can hear each other's voices. Miss you guys. You guys are the best. Take care. Oh, my last thing. I'm keeping remembering things. Again, if you go to Google Classroom, you can always click on the research paper assignment, and I have every single resource I've ever posted there. And I just posted the sample essay, an annotated one and a clean one. Some of you asked me for a sample essay already. I was going to do it next week, but I'll post it now. So that's on Google Classroom. Take care. You guys rock my socks.